just
Chris.
near a bigger set.
Hey, it has 2 schools.
Okay, we can't go to any of the other destinations in the town.
You really stick out. Guess it doesn't help that we're in our school uniforms on a Sunday.
We should have gone in our church clothes.
The sale should end soon, so that'll get rid of some of the people wandering around here. Alright, let's get going.
GA with
Chie,
the
it's not too
jacket
late
closed this time.
Yep.
I'm going.
Her skirt's long enough that it wouldn't look like she wasn't wearing any pants, though.
Fine, but don't push yourself, got it?
Push Teddy instead.
Yeah, he'll just fall over.
And then just bob back up again. And here we are.
Whoa,
Back
it really is that bad
disturbing
from
realm
last
of
time.
Teddy the Bear.
With the pea fog.
What are you doing?
Can't you tell? I'm thinking about stuff.
This is what Teddy thinks thinking is like.
He just holds his head and rocks back and forth.
He has a lot of interesting
I've
ideas
been
about
deliberating
people.
over it for a long time now.
Damn it, Teddy!
Hey, that wasn't a bad joke. Hee
Let's kick him off the ledge.
If you ever questioned whether Teddy was doing this intentionally, now you know.
Yusuke's expression explains all of it.
So, did you figure anything out?
Just such chagrin about the pun that he forgets momentarily what he was doing.
It's probably useless to think about it too much. I've seen the inside of your skull, and it was empty.
Pretty much.
How rude. You're right, though. I try and try, but nothing comes out of my head.
It's like I can't even think. I don't know what I'm doing.
Will you guys shut up? Now's not the time for stupid jokes.
Hey, it's always time for stupid jokes with Teddy.
Listen, someone came here yesterday, right?
Wow, there's a girl with a better nose than me? What's your name, miss?
Miss? Oh, I'm Chie. But never mind that. Tell me more about that someone.
I think it happened a little after I talked with you guys. After that, it felt like someone was here.
Is it Yukiko-san?
I don't know. I haven't looked.
He doesn't actually know who that is. Like, he's seen the rest of us before, but...
The presence is over that way. That's probably where they are.
Over there, huh? Is everyone ready?
No. I mean,
Yeah.
yes.
Well, this looks familiar.
Yep. Almost as if we've seen this somewhere on television.
What the... a castle? You think this is the place they showed on TV last time?
Oh, what? I don't know, Chie.
Probably not.
You're positive that no one's behind a camera for that bizarre midnight program?
Program? I don't know. Maybe people on your side can see stuff in this world. It might be that. And I
Nobody does
told you
Teddy
before,
anything.
there's only me and Shadows here.
Well, I mean, he hasn't met any people before this, apparently.
There's no camera stuff going on. This world has been like this from the beginning.
From the beginning. That's what we don't
But
understand.
This actually lead me to believe Teddy doesn't actually know what cameras are.
Yeah, I think that's implied.
I don't know.
Teddy doesn't
you
know
guys
what
explain
most
everything about
things
your
are.
world?
Teddy didn't know what the word anyone meant, but he could make a pun about deliberating.
I've never seen this program thingy before, so I don't know.
See?
I think Teddy's
Well,
like a
is
pun
that really
element
what's
or
happening?
something.
Are we
Well,
really
to
looking
be
into
fair,
this
Teddy
world?
doesn't know what Teddy is.
Because
did
the
say
first
that.
time Yukiko showed up on that channel was before she disappeared. Doesn't that seem off? I mean, Yukiko saying stuff like, "Score myself a hot stud." It's not like her at all.
Well, seems completely normal to me.
Yeah.
Score? Stud?
Yeah, I couldn't believe it either.
Oh,
Yukiko-san
man.
would never say anything like
Point
that.
where Teddy first gets the idea.
We'll learn more about that later.
Huh.
And we will regret it.
I wonder.
I regret everything.
Is this
Teddy
kind of like what
does.
happened to me last time?
I think it's great.
There's a lot of stuff I still don't get, but after hearing your
Like
story,
oatmeal.
I think that program happens because of the person who appears on it, or something like that.
So Yukiko is producing that show herself?
It's gonna be a lot of work.
Hey man, she's a talented person.
Ugh, I don't get this at all. Hey, do you feel Yukiko's presence from inside?
Why is she looking at us?
I mean, she's looking
I'm
at the
pretty
castle.
sure.
Oh. I think the castle's the other way though.
So, what's this scoring with a hot stud thing?
Like, yeah, murders, whatever, I don't care. Now, scoring with a hot stud. Let's learn more about that.
He doesn't know what either of those things mean, but he is intensely interested in this.
It's just instinct, really.
Yukiko's here. I'm going on ahead.
Teddy is
I
so
guess it was that
disappointed.
Wait, don't go alone!
Bye.
Jeez, we better follow her.
Nah, she's okay. I thought it was the other way for some reason. Because they kind of walk up from... Yeah, this is why I thought it was the other way. It does this sometimes with the perspective. Irk.
Now that face, I don't even know about that face.
It's some kind of like...
What the hell?
we could assume that it was full of... What do you got to say for yourself? There, talk to me. We do know that it will ignore... The shadows will ignore normal people. So she's not actually in that much danger. I mean, they ignored Yusuke last time.
Well, that's Yusuke. Everybody ignores him.
True. So we got some peach seed and soul drops. Those are really crappy healing items. Do we only get...
Which means we might as well just use them.
Yeah, we got 5 of each. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna use
Certainly
them.
not going to be needing them later.
But in comparison, we basically find these in treasure chests in the dungeons, and they're essentially the same as the tap sodas. We also got and we still have the medicines from before. Got anything else to say for yourself?
Alright, well, let's go.
We could leave, but we have to save GA first.
Hey, that would be terribly irresponsible. We can't leave.
Right.
Time is of the essence.
I was demonstrating that you can't. Time is actually not of the essence. We can spend as long as we like in here.
Well, time doesn't flow in the TV world. It does in the real world.
Actually, it does.
Yeah, it kind of does.
This isn't like the midnight hour, where it's kind of this nebulous, quote unquote, hour of time that you can take several days doing. This is like they mentioned that time had passed while they were in the dungeon before. So this is explaining how the enemies work. It's basically the same thing. In this game, we were given an option of choosing the weapons, but we don't actually have an option. We are always stuck using a two-handed sword. Not that that's a problem, considering that they're really good weapons, but again, like Persona 3, run up behind the guys and get them back. It's a lot harder to get oh, forgot.
Let's go, partner!
Okay. Okay. You can actually change it so that you can control your party members.
We should probably do that.
I'm going to do that. I'd forgotten.
Probably the most handy change from Persona 3.
Okay, so we want to get a pixie from this, don't we?
Let's go for it.
When you defeat an enemy,
Just
the
gonna turn the
seeds
cards
of
over and
possibility
then
you
shuffle them
attain
around.
will
And we're
appear
just gonna-
before you as cards.
We're trying to keep track of where the pixie goes.
At times, they may be hard to grasp, but you must master your fear and reach out to them.
We're gonna want pretty much all of these by the time we leave, basically. Or at least blank or penalty card. Penalty cards means you don't get anything. Like, you won't even get the experience and money from the battle. A lot of times it's just better not to pick the cards you can decline. Let's go ahead and start. Okay. Here we go. I actually lost track of it for a second, so I was guessing there. And we will actually get money from the battles regardless of whether we get, you know, the money thing. We won't actually be getting the money things until much later. But experience and money at the end of the battle.
I gotta step
You usually get a very large amount of money compared to the amount of experience, so it's not necessarily a bad thing to just grind for money. As in Persona 3, if you push the square button, you can bring up the options for your support character and talk to your party members to see what you're doing. But, importantly, you can change battle tactics. You can change it to some of these crappy things that Persona 3 had, or direct commands, which means that you choose what they do, which is what you always want to do all the time. Oh yeah, and there was an option I wanted to change. Notice that the game is not paused while I'm doing this. Yeah, I'm gonna turn this on. It basically controls the way the camera goes. By default, it's not reversed, so... Okay, here's a treasure chest. Normal treasure chests, they're just, you know... Get
Full of little stars.
Junks in them. Peach seeds, soul drops. You can get revival beads and things like that from them as well. There are gold chests, which we need keys to open. You can also get keys from those red chests, which seems kind of... I don't know, you'd think that would be kind of a... Oh. The enemies will keep chasing you after a while. The reason I brought up the fact that it didn't pause when you open that menu, or actually, sort of does.
I believe it actually does pause, but it doesn't
stop the animations. Yeah, it won't make the enemies spin around or do anything else like it did in Persona 3. But you can run far enough away and they will reset.
Catching them from behind is pretty important. In some of the later dungeons, really almost any of the dungeons, being caught by surprise by an enemy is extremely bad.
Alright, these are the same things we were fighting before.
It's not strong at all. I'm sure you can win.
We didn't get a normal thing here. Or a,
enemies. Let's get through this.
an all-out attack chance by getting losing my words here. A preemptive strike. Now this one's gonna go next, and I kind of want to save my SP here.
Good work, Sensei. That's what
Hit Yusuke, it's fine. Just reduce the amount of enemies a little bit, and then I'll use my thing.
Go, Sensei!
Remember we have all of those HP regen items.
Yeah.
Good work, Sensei. All right.
Yusuke also has a heal spell. I have two warnings to use that. It's basically more efficient to heal damage caused by enemies or caused by using physical attacks than it is to use magical spells to attack this early in the game. And that, in general, stays true throughout most of the game. After a while, you'll get skills and things to mitigate that. But for now...
On the other hand, in battles that are actually dangerous, it's extremely efficient to just knock them down and get those all-out attacks.
Yeah.
Which are generally done through the elemental attacks.
Yeah, the elemental weaknesses is basically the same thing. It's much, much harder to get a preemptive strike in this game, especially since the enemies don't act the same way, and you have to hit a more precise point. Okay, it's behind him.
One enemy.
Now's your chance.
Yeah. Persona. So we know these things are weak to win, and it looks like physical attacks don't do very much. We do have a preemptive strike.
It's weak to win. Sounds sounds easy.
Got 82 hit
Just one
points.
enemy left.
Let's hit him with a couple of more physical attacks. See if we can take him down like that. Oh, critical hit. There you go.
All right. One for all and all for one.
The first two characters you get, aside from the main character, actually have a pretty high critical hit rate, so it makes the beginning of the game slightly easier.
Ready or not, here we come.
Take that, fish! Ah, and this will happen
It's
sometimes.
another enemy. Show it what you got.
He will go. As you can see, I'm using my HP here. Oh, okay.
We won.
To use my things in it, it's a bit cheaper to do it that way. So Yusuke's leveled up. As in Persona 3, their character level and their persona level are essentially the same thing. But for you, this is not true. We actually want to keep Izanagi equipped for a while because we want to get him leveled up. Because he learns some important support abilities that we're going to want. Let's take a look at that. Yeah, the Terakaja skill. We only have to wait a little bit. But Pixie has a heal spell in case we wanted to use RSP for that too. So. And I don't want to heal yet because the healing abilities heal more than we're missing. Get it.
I
what's
smell
your turn
3
order here?
enemies. Don't get careless.
I think in this case,
Counting on
go
you.
ahead and take him down.
Someone else's turn.
Oh right, they're weak to lightning. I forgot.
Go, Sensei! You knocked it down. Nice.
Now, unlike in Persona 3, when they're down, it doesn't take any extra time for them to get back up.
Good work, Sensei.
Now's our chance. You ready? Good
You
answer.
can't just knock them down and then leave them there. To get them to stay down, you actually hit them again and put a status effect called Dizzy on them. That can happen to you as well. I have much luck on the shuffles here. I actually do when I get another Persona before I leave. I think we're still pretty good on HP. Now, a lot of times it's not even worth running away. You just want to time it so that they don't run into you first.
I smell 3 enemies.
That's some
Don't get
thick
careless.
skin. Persona.
And you can see here this is eating through our SP
You hit its
rather
weakness.
quickly.
That's how it's done, Sensei.
I'm not too worried about that because of
Go,
what's coming
Sensei!
out.
You knocked it down. Nice.
But after this, I definitely want
Good
to
work,
stop
Sensei.
using it.
Now's our chance. All
And you'll notice at the top of the screen that the portrait's a little bit cut off. Just because of the widescreen thing. There's something I can do about that. Still no shuffle. I'm getting a lot of money. And,
Hey, congrats.
leveled up again. But you'll notice that our Persona is quite a bit farther behind in levels. So that's one of the things I was talking about, social links being so important for leveling up your Personas. Oops. Alright. So, before I go up to fight the boss, I want to get those Personas, so I will probably do this off-screen and then I will come back. The enemies respawn, by the way. Alright, so we did our grinding here. Got a few more personas and junk.
Let's review those.
Got...
So, Jiraiya's level 7.
Yep, so he's got the Subukacha skill.
Which does what?
This is a very useful thing. You can actually look at what the skills do without going into the convoluted skills.
Well, the more we can check what our next level up skill is going to be.
Mm-hmm. You can do that from the screen, the level up screen when you had too many skills before. But yeah, this is a really good skill. And what's more, because you have more control of your party members, you can actually choose which skills they keep and which they get, like you could for your own personas. So that's a rather nice improvement. You can choose to keep a skill that you like better. There's a couple of examples I can think of skills later. So we got a Slime, a Pixie, an Ukobak. Let's go through the menu. This one's a Chariot. Izanagi has gotten its maximum level, which means it's got the Tarokaja skill, which is a buff. And these are both buffs as well. Well, this one's a debuff. Pixie, Magician, Ukobak is the Devil. And they all have various skills that they have. This is the first instant death attack, but as you can see, it takes 300 experience to level up to level 5, which is kind of ridiculous, so I never bother doing that. This is just an awful persona. It has no strengths, a weakness, and no attacks at all. Like, it doesn't even learn an attack as its second skill. What the hell?
So basically, it's just useful for fusing into other personas that actually do something.
Exactly.
Or if you really want a garbage persona.
Well, I mean, you can always just use physical attacks.
Or if you're just really into hair buns.
Something to note is that many of the personas will have changed their arcana compared to the other game. I think Apsaris was a priestess in Persona 3.
I believe so.
Slime was a fool, I believe.
Yes.
And I think Pixie was lovers. That doesn't really come up all that much, but it's important to note that things will not be the same. This one wasn't actually in Persona 3.
Yeah. He's got Bayman Spoon.
He's got a crack spoon. So we've used the majority of our healing items, so we get a bunch of money to replace those if we wish. So now we're going to go up to the next level of Yukiko's castle. It was pretty important that we didn't use up Yusuke's SP there. And I am good at fighting.
See, Teddy can understand some things.
See, we're not just being mean. Everybody makes fun of Yosuke.
Shut up, Ted! But I gotta admit, I do kinda suck. Suck is right in his name, actually. See?
He's,
You're sucky.
Yo suck.
Yeah, it's telling me about the tactics, which I already demonstrated. He would do awful things. He would be Mitsuru and just spam the confused attack over and over if he had it. Okay, moment of truth now. Time to go find Chie. The door. No! Leaving.
It's interesting here that Chie is actually faster than both of you put together.
That does.
She knows Kung Fu.
It's true, she does.